Hello everyone, Wizard Bal here. Here's a look at my talents for all of the warriors, in case they are curious. And the food I'll be using is Ghastly Goulash, regens 2% of your max health per second while in a vision. So here we go, 5 masks. Let's get started. Trying to use my noggin fogger, but it's not working. So right away just start. I use my cooldowns immediately. I've already used Recklessness, and when they repel, fear them. That's very useful because when they repel they take a reduced amount of damage. There I reflected the first Mind Flay. I'm just going to eat the second one since it's so short. And I eat these Mind Flays because they do very little damage in the first area, and that helps prolong avoiding the Psychic Scream that they cast. I could avoid the fear, but for non-warrior classes, it's helpful. I got lagged and stunned there, but it only happened that once. Always stop that shadow shift. That makes them have a large damage reduction shield, as you'll see here in a second. So I can't interrupt this, can't fear it, and since he's got it on him, I'll just jump away and start attacking other things, because there's no point in wasting my time attacking him when I could be doing other things. Footman repels, so I'll go back to the Riftwalker. Get rid of him, finish him off. Come get these guys, because there's a crystal there behind the hill. Usually I stand in these as much as I can, but it's pretty rare. Once both repels go out, then I drop a fear. Finish these guys off. Stun also works if you have stun. I do not have stun, since it's not really necessary here at all. Get both crystals. So this mod on the left that says select poison, so you can see the body there is green. This mod, you just click on the poison and it tells you the bad and the good. Since we know the bad is green, we click on it and the good is red, so that's why I drank that. Just kind of pull all this in this room. Those blobs are so weak, there's no need to stand and fight them. You can just drag them with you. Just clear things up. Alright, just let him cast the Mind Flay, no big deal. Since the patch, combat seems to drop instantly, which is really nice. It wasn't like that before. So I wait here a moment to let those aggro to you, and then you can open the barrier. And those tumors I ran past, those do not enter combat with you unless you attack them, so we just ride right by him like that, no big deal. Just kind of take out the Heart Piercer if you can. He's mostly dead here. Yeah, he's dead, so they'll just go on to the next group. I got hot feet, I'm just going to back up. Pull a group. No need to be standing and finishing off 2 guys for the most part when you could be pulling. I've noticed improved morale does a ton of damage now. I don't remember it doing so much, so I just kind of let them cast it for the most part on creatures that aren't full health. because it very nearly kills them. Or in that case, it just did kill him. Because I have so much sanity, or above half, I'm just going to avoid that elite for now. Pull around him. These two archers do piercing shot, you can see, so the standing there and letting him shoot across doesn't hurt each other, but it just makes it so you have room to fight when you're dealing with this void zone ground. Just avoid all piercing shots and they pretty much don't do any damage. Just gonna keep going while all my buffs are on, rather than stand and do some mines. This guy's not too hard. You don't really need to do much. Maybe pop a defensive when he does the void blades. If you're a mage, you can cleanse the debuff if he hits you. You have to place all the explosives to activate the boss, for those that don't know. There's a chest and crystal here, so I'm just going to clear that up. So I got both crystals, both chests in this zone. It's not always necessary that I get them or that anybody gets them, but they help. These bombs, if you click on them, I can't seem to click on that one, you can kick them, or what is like kicking them away from you. So I've got to move because of the stun shadow coming at me. And simple. A lot of people go right here, but there's a tentacle. I always go left. Just kill a couple of rats, no big deal. Same with the gnomes, you can get right to the door. There. Gift to the Titans, perfect time to charge into this boss, mini-boss. Gotta avoid her blade flourish, that will take a lot of sanity. And it's quick, so step out right away. Also avoid that big roaring blast, it's just a frontal AoE, conal AoE. Took a hit there. So with this group specifically, these SI7 informants, since there's two of them, they will eventually cast Touch of something, which is a stun. and you want to kill them as quick as possible or interrupt one of them and stun another, you just want to make sure you CC them in some way as to not be stunned, because that can end your entire run. It's like a 4-second stun. I was whirlwinding there trying to find this stealth hunter that patrols around here. Checking in here, there's a crystal. Here's another informant, a group of 2 informants. So I'm going to stand in this because I can avoid the fear and just kill this informant real fast. This one never got to cast touch of whatever. You can kill this guy. He gives you a buff for the remainder of the run. Just avoid his AoE, that's all. I always skip that side and just go through this back alley here. Since there's always a crystal through the back alley, never to the left. I mean, it's not always back here, but it can be back here. And it is quite often. So here I was unable to break that. And I took some sanity loss. I'm taking some heavy damage. But this is where that food comes in handy. And this is why I also take impending victory. This group is tricky. Pull them back in here. Too many times I've pulled those on various characters out there just to accidentally avoid AoE like I'm doing now, to walk into another group which then is too much damage and ends up killing you. So just make it simple. Pull them in here. No big deal. Keeps it easy. Normally I would skip this group, but there's a chest, so I figure, hey, why not? There's a red potion here, thankfully. I'm low on corruption. Although, I thought there was a red one back here. Okay, I'm wrong. I guess it was the red eyeball on the wall. Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll just use an orb. Normally I would fight this, but I don't know how strong or weak this guy is right now, so I'm just gonna orb. It's always nice to fight under the orbs, too. Okay, that was very easy. I thought that would be a little more challenging. Taking some damage here. Click it when she's by hers. For some reason the first time it didn't work. Let's jump straight on Matthias here. Put your back to these eyes. That dark gaze will remove sanity from you if it sees you for more than a second. So just kind of turn your camera and turn your back to him as best you can. Can't fear them, as you see there. They're immune. Everybody's immune. That's why stuns aren't too helpful in this place. They're helpful, but not crazy good. Oh, see, I thought I got him, but he went into another stage. There we go. Now you can take this portal back. I've decided I'm just going to run across the bridge. So every class can just jump and avoid that tentacle there. No need to fight the eye. Whenever you leave melee range, these appendages will burrow and then find you, trying to knock you up. So, since my sanity's doing so well, I figure probably just clean up a lot of this stuff. I didn't intend to pull this group, but now that I have, whatever, let's clean it up. Give to the Titans, I'm definitely going to make sure I clean up all the trash. Use as much of this as I can on trash. Red for later. And this is pretty much everything. There's another group just up the hill here we'll pull. And then we'll do the 2 mini bosses in here. This place is fairly easy. Much like the Dwarven district. I messed up here. You can start reflect sooner. Oh no, I did get it. Oh. Start with a reflect. And then you kick this one after he starts the cast, because it doesn't tick right away against you. I got a little bit of a distance here, so he did end up getting something off against me, which is fine. Take care of this guy. As like any other fight, just avoid all the AoE on the ground. Run away during chains. You can hook yourself on something, but I just lost that opportunity. Because when you're not moving, the chains will, your footsteps won't put void zones. And the chains will just drag you in place. Like that. Don't go out there. Alright, and then just get these caged citizens out. Make sure you get all of them. I have accidentally gotten 7 rode out of here, totally forgot. And, well, you don't get a chest for it. So don't make the same mistakes I have. Anybody can avoid this by going to the end of this section over there and jumping, but I'm a warrior, so I'll just do this. You just ride over those tumors on the ground and just kind of gather up some of this stuff. Quick, simple AoE. Don't get too much. Just keep it right around this level. Once this appendage goes down, let's get this Portal Master, the first one. Pretty easy so far for the most part. Much better than Old Town is. Here's a crystal. That's why I come this way. There's a crystal that will spawn there. About half on my sanity, so I figure I'll just fight this guy now. Recover some sanity, maybe find some red potions afterwards. I do a slow spiral around him. That way you never step on your own void zones, and it's just really easy. Okay, I'm trying to reflect the void buffet. Turns out you cannot, so don't do that. Something just hit me for half health. Not sure what that was. So glad they buffed Impending Victory from 20% to 30% health return. That was nice. And again, I take that talent for times like that. So I should have kicked that first void buffet, but I screwed up and I did not, which is fine. It all worked out anyways. Alright, just get this keeper here. Who cares if he gets a void buffet on you and it's just him? There's nobody around here that can do shadow except for the zone that you would stand in on the ground. But that'd be your own fault. This guy's quite annoying. And I screwed up on my... I should have kicked and then reflected to get him out of this rain of fire. So now here I've cut myself off. Can't get to him. I use reflect and I should have it free now. Can't quite reach him. There we go, this will be fine. Get a chest. I can't quite see if that crystal is over there. That's right, I've already gotten them both, and here, screwing up. It's okay. It's no big deal. Is there a chest there? No. No. Okay. Let's go back. Sometimes there's a chest down there. This time, not so much. I don't see any red potions I can drink. Oh well. Oh, and of course, just realized that my battle shout wore off at some point in the last zone because I forgot to refresh it at the start of this place. So there I made a really big mistake. I put up my shield reflect the moment after he began casting his torment, which means I can't reflect any part of it, or his entropic missiles there. And since I couldn't reflect any part of it, I had to kick it. I didn't have to, but I reflexively kicked it, which then left me open to the Taint Polymorph, which this time I could reflect. And there, this time I could kick the missiles. So, don't screw up like I do. The reason why I have to stop and move is due to the debuff of the chains. There you can see it's going up and down. You just have to stop moving for a brief moment to kind of drop that number down. The more you move, the more it slows you down. Alright, pretty simple. Not that I really need this, just figured I'd grab it. I'm gonna use the orbs once I get into the boss room. You cannot use them in combat, these orbs that you're given. You have to use them out of combat, which is why I used it before the mini-boss, and of course, this boss. Try to get as close as I can. Usually this is good enough. Step up a little bit, drop the other one, but turns out not close enough. Which is fine, because you can fight inside those in case you need to stand in something that drains sanity. Kind of pinched off here. I'm gonna reflect that, then go around. There it goes. And always avoid Void Eruption. That will hit for over 200 sanity drain. That's the biggest loss of this entire fight. So always make sure to avoid that. And when they cast Darkened Sky, which she cast just a moment ago, here's the chains. This is what I mean. Don't move and you won't cause any void zones. You just sit here and get pulled. But this Darkened Sky will land where you're standing every time, so don't move until after she casts it, and then you can just move to a safe place. Kick these out of the way. I guess that's not enough. Just let that land. Oh, in this case, I guess I'm just gonna run up and start attacking her. Too much time not on her. Not that it matters, I got plenty of sanity. Can't get to that circle on the ground to increase my damage, so I just have to fight without it. It increases our damage by 25%, but since she's a ranger, she won't come to us. Darkened Sky, just wait it out. There it comes. Now move. And again, because she's a ranger, it's helpful to kick the bombs out of the way rather than anything else. So, that's that. Just kind of collect my item here, collect my items. A little bit of lag again, that's great. I'm glad it happened afterward. And then this chest will have a 125 item in it, which is 470, used to be 470. So that's an upgrade for me. Thanks for watching, everyone.